So it's if you love politics, and the Neshoba County Fair is certainly the place to be. It's a little bit sticky and steamy in the summertime, but that's Mississippi. You gotta deal with that.
Mississippi's Neshoba County Fair is one of the most important political events in the country, and you've probably never heard of it. It was a key spot for both the Nixon and Reagan presidential campaigns. And this year, the Neshoba County Fair was the site of the first meeting between competing candidates for a hugely important U.S. Senate race. So the fair is big politics, but with a definite local Southern style. It's known throughout the state as Mississippi's Giant House Party. For 1 week every July, Mississippians flock to Neshoba County to reunite at their temporary community of 600 cabins. These little clapboard structures are passed down from generation to generation, from one patriarch to the next. The rows of cabins are divided into neighborhoods with hand-painted street signs reading their quaint names, Happy Hollow and Sunset Strip. Wooden and narrow, these cabins are little more than well-worn shacks, but they are also clearly maintained. Christmas lights and colorful banners twist around the verandas and columns. And people sit on their front porches, prepare home-cooked meals, and invite their neighbors to share some sweet tea and barbecue, and most likely, reminisce about the good old times, and, as it turns out, talk politics. When I walked through Sunset Strip this July, in the humidity of midday and the thick atmosphere of neighborliness, I felt like I had stumbled into some lost time, or the platonic ideal of small-town living. But woozy from the southern food and the heat, I felt unnerved by Mississippi's world-famous house party, and how the events of this one hot day could affect the way Congress will vote for the next 4 years. There are the agricultural competitions, greasy spoons, and old carnival rides. But political speeches are the main event of the day. Since 1896, when Mississippi Governor Anselm Joseph spoke at the fair, politicians from every level of Mississippi government have been coming to Neshoba County to give speeches to the often rowdy crowd. This was where Ronald Reagan began his presidential campaign in 1980. It is a crucial stop for any politician in Mississippi. I found myself at this unique place this summer because I was an intern at a nonprofit organization in Jackson. The Neshoba County Fair is so important in local culture and politics that my fellow interns, our boss, and I actually got the day off work to travel to this rural region of Mississippi. When we passed through the entrance gate to the fair, one of my coworkers mentioned that Neshoba County is also the site of the infamous 1964 murders of 3 civil rights workers, James Chaney, Michael Schwerner, and Andrew Goodman. And so when I looked up at the big welcome banners, I wondered to myself, what kind of place exactly are we being welcomed into?
Do you have more confidence in Washington today?
At 10 a.m. that morning, I could already smell the fried chicken and cow manure. I could hear the grinding gears of the rusty Ferris wheel. And I saw before me the squat metropolis of tiny cabins with their kitschy names and colorful front porches. I'm an unabashed liberal from Massachusetts. I go to school in California. This was not the organic vegetarian folk music pottery wheel spinning peace rally type fair I was accustomed to. Here they serve deep fried Oreos and meat on a stick. So, as I walked towards Founders Square and the main pavilion where the day was soon beginning, I could only imagine what kind of down-home Mississippi political speech-making I was about to hear. And this was an especially important year to come to the Neshoba County Fair.
Because insiders get special things that we don't get.